Hello, this is Chris from Walking Dead Comic Collectors UK. Today we're at Infinity and Beyond in Shrewsbury, Shropshire. I always say Shropshire because that's Kirkman always says Shropshire. We're here with Paul from Infinity Beyond. They're celebrating today 30 years in the business. Also they got Charlie Adlard. Who else have we got?
We've got Mike Perkins here, who's currently an artist on Swamp Thing for DC Comics. He's done lots of other things such as Carnage, and he's signing away and signing some prints today.
Could you tell us how you started off? Because it's been 30 years.
Okay.
Can you tell us how you
started off actually in June 1991, so we're going to be 31 soon. But we started off as a small mail order company, and then we decided to open up a shop, which is in Shrewsbury, on the 7th of March 1992. And shortly after that, Mr. Adlard came in. He just started out. He just doing his first work for 2000 AD, and so when he started out, we started out. It's been a mutual friendship ever since. So
that's great.
I've known Charlie for 30 years now.
30 years, my hat goes really off to Paul, because I've just started off my own company and I'm struggling, and it's within my first 6 months of doing it. Was it hard at you at first? Did you ever thought of giving up?
Because we had to relocate, myself and Tracy, so we didn't know anyone here. We started from scratch. We had money, I'd say, for the first 2 to 3 years. It was kind of tough, yeah. So then we got mid 1990s, got a bit better. But we opened up another shop. We opened up another shop in Warrington, and that opened for about 4 or 5 years, but unfortunately it wasn't successful enough. So then we went to distribution for a while. Moved shop in Shrewsbury 4 times, 5 times, and yeah, then we had the coffee shop.
Yes.
Bottom of Wildcott. When we moved there, we celebrated our 25th anniversary. Charlie was there for that. We did our anniversary cover for Walking Dead, number 85. That was celebrating our 15th anniversary, so Charlie did the cover for that. And then we celebrated Charlie's 100th issue of The Walking Dead, which is 106. That was 2012. So it's just been interesting along the way.
For the people on the who collect the Walking Dead comics, can you tell them how many of each copy was made for the special editions that you've done?
Of the 85, there was 2,000 made of 85. On 106, there was 2,000, and then he did a variant cover for us for Nailbiter number 1, which is limited to 1,000 copies.
Wow.
So we're now on our last few copies of number 85. We're down to a small pile of about 2,000. So anyone wants one, get in touch.
You hear that, folks? They've got the website, Infinity and Beyond. Get in touch if you're listening to this. Also, there's possibly a lot of comic owners on the site like yourself on Walking Dead Comic Collectors UK, and they possibly starting off. Do you have any words to them, like keep on going?
Yeah, I mean, the deluxe is great. The Walking Dead Deluxe is it's refreshing to read it. It's like all new. Even if you read the original and you set to where you want to come back, it's a great way to view it, because it just, all the colours give it a different feeling.
Yes, you're right there.
And with all the variant covers, even if you can't go for all the variants, just go for what you like.
Because you can buy the story in hardback, but I have reiterated quite a lot of times on the site.
We've not printed the book so far, have they?
I mean in black and white.
Yeah.
What made me got into collecting nearly every cover out there was the artwork, the different variants and the artwork. I fell in love with all the artwork on the comics, because if I didn't, I would have, like you said, I would have just bought the trade paperbacks.
Yeah, I think there's about 270 versions of number 1 now.
Around that, yeah, it's really crazy.
The most reprinted comic in the history of comics now, I think. No comic had more covers than Walking Dead number 1.
I see. Are you into any other comics, or is Walking Dead your favourite?
I enjoyed Walking Dead when it was out. I enjoyed the way it ended. thought it was a great way to end it. I know it was quick to a lot of people, but that was always the original idea from Robert and Charlie. They knew where it was going to go. So, and when it did come to the end, they always said when they made that decision, it was going to be quick, and it was.
They wanted to stop it at 75,
I think it was
didn't
the
they?
best way. It was the best way to end it. What they did, yeah, just very quick. No announcement, just doing it. Wonderful.
Well, I did think, like, you know, because there was a lot of leads opening up, it was new characters opening up who escaped, and also new characters. It was like leading path. But
sometimes they've done it for so long.
yeah,
Sometimes you can't just continue with the same thing. It might be a bit stale. Get out whilst you can. That's
yeah.
it.
Like I said, with the Whisperers, when they killed all the Whisperers and there was a few survivors, there was new characters there. But maybe he was chucking a dog a bone, leading us to think he was going to go on. So I totally understand.
They did it for such a long time. You think maybe they could have both got stale. Who knows? It's just. But they left everyone wanting more. So there you go. It's probably the best way.
Before I leave you go, Paul, one big massive question, I left it for last. Why did you decide to open up a comic shop?
In 1989, well, I decided when I was about 17 it's something I wanted to do. And then in my 20s, went travelling around Australia.
Wow.
Came back, and that's where myself and Tracy made the decision to open up a comic business, mail order for the first year, and then the shop. That was it.
So you were big into comics before you opened up the shop then, yes?
Yes, personally, yeah. I got back into it in Australia in big time.
That makes sense,
And
I
so
see.
that's when we decided, should we give it a go as a comic business? And that's what we decided to do.
As you're a busy man, I gotta love you and leave
Okay.
you. Appreciate
You're welcome,
everything.
Chris.
Thank you for 5 minutes, Paul.
Yeah.
All the best in the future. Keep on rocking. Thank you.
No problem.
Take care, everyone. Bye.